Hi, this is Polyboy. Okay, so today I'm going to be starting another video, and this is going to be on double standards when it comes to perception of violence in the perspective of men as compared to women. You know, and I'm going to be talking about a case that just happened, this December, I think, of a woman called Anne Marie that allegedly shot her husband in the head. Now, I'm not going to be talking about whether that was evil and stuff like that. I think that is pretty clear if it did indeed happen. What I'm going to be talking about, though, is the response, on the sides of the social media influencers and social media people. And it will really show, what I'm talking about. There's no better example than this particular YouTuber, known as Culture Shock, and I will leave a link to his video in the description below, so you can go check out what I'm talking about. So he talked on this issue, and I will play a clip of what he said. Not the clip, but mostly the recorded audio of what he said, because I don't want YouTube doing their thing, right? So I play the audio of what he said, and you can go ahead and tell me what you think might be wrong in what he's talking about, or how he's portraying it. So I will just play it for you right now.
Well, if you don't know already, R&B singer Anne Marie, Chicago native, was with this shit to over level 9,000. She shot a nigga in the head in the name of love. You can't play with no R&B singer, man. They love deep. They don't be playing that. So this is what the reports are saying right now. Georgia, USA, a Chicago-based R&B singer has been arrested in connection to a shooting at a Buckhead hotel. The shooting happened on December 1st at the Intercontinental Buckhead Hotel on Peachtree Road, according to the Atlanta police. According to the police report, an officer responding to the shots fired call at the hotel found a man suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. The officer noted in the report that the victim, a 24-year-old man, was somewhat responsive, and the cop wanted to play tic-tac-toe with him and ask him mad questions. He was later transported to the Grady Memorial Hospital, where he was listed in critical condition. Man, I hope he recovers. I hope he can live through this, but god damn, he should have seen it coming, man. Niggas shouldn't have been out there cheating, keeping it a buck. You know what I mean? Some of these women nowadays, they ain't playing. Especially from Chicago. And you, man, nigga definitely ate a sensu bean before he did what he did.
Now, I'm pretty sure you would have seen what the problem might have been. Because it seems to me that he is, what's the word that they like to use? Blaming the victim? That's a very liberal word, but that's the word that they like to use, right? So right now he's sort of doing two things. I'll say multiple things, but two things just from the start that I find very problematic. The first thing is that he assumes that the woman did what she did because she was offended due to heartbreak, right? That she did it because she loved the dude and the person broke her heart or something like that, right? Now, to be specific, they didn't really claim that. They just said a friend. So we're not even sure whether it's her boyfriend or not, right? But they said boyfriend. That's what everybody's saying, but you're not really sure about that fact. That's the first thing. So they assume she did it for love, that she wasn't just some random psychopath, like how people believe some dudes were doing it, right? And secondly, they assumed the dude assumed that the man was cheating on her. He assumed that the man was in the wrong by cheating on her, which never was said in the report that he read. The police report never said anything about the man cheating or that being a reason for the man being shot in the head. They just said the guy was rushed to the hospital after some tests. They found the guy to be responsible. But this dude automatically said, like the guy's fault. He should have known better not to be messing with Chicago girls. That's almost like he's kind of boasting about these women and how violent they can be. As she shot this person in the head, allegedly. Do you see the problem there? Do you think if the cases were twisted or switched, that people would be like, oh my god, I'm sure Betty should have known that this guy was crazy, so she wouldn't have cheated on him. People will literally not be saying that. They'll be like, oh my god, this guy's an animal. He was cheating on this woman, and he murdered this woman, and shot this woman in the head. Throw him in jail, throw the key, right? That people will be outraged. But this is not the first video. There are many other examples of this. But the assumption that the guy was cheating, first of all, even if the guy was cheating, that doesn't give you a justification to shoot the man in the fucking head. So there's no reason why you should be sort of covering and justifying that to some extent by saying she's a crazy, you should not be messing with these kinds of people. Now, he did give him his best wishes, but it's almost like blaming the victim, quote unquote, and leaving the woman's stupidity out of the entire equation. If the woman did shoot her boyfriend, she is a piece of shit for doing that. If she did do it, she's a piece of shit for doing that. But the irony is that people don't look at these situations the same way when it comes to men versus women. When it comes to men, they seem to just be like, I'm sure the guy fucked up, I'm sure. That is a very dangerous thing to be doing in this kind of society. So first of all, he assumed that they were dating, which might have been wrong. Second of all, he assumed that she shot him because she loved him and he broke her heart. Thirdly, you assumed that what? He broke her heart. And fourthly, you also went there to say that he should have known better, instead of talking about how stupid she was and how much of a piece of shit that she was for shooting this dude. It's almost like these guys almost believe that that women don't need to have any sense of responsibility for their actions. Because this is particular when it happens, when it's violence from women to men. It's particular in those kinds of cases. And I always find it strange that how can you not, and I think it's the way you're raised, because I think this is past the idea of social media programming. I think this is the idea that social media programming is how they worked. We all know it's very anti-male, right? But proof that it's kind of working, at least in my opinion, is this kind of situations. How they can just remove all responsibility from women. It blows my mind. But anyway, I just thought I would point this out, and we keep pointing stuff out like this because it's best people start keeping tabs on these kinds of situations, these kinds of problems, these kinds of frames, these kinds of issues that make it difficult, for people to, live under equal conditions. I'll see you guys later. If you like the beat, check it out in the description below. I've got, that instrumentals and more music, so you can go ahead and check out my page if you want to. Thanks, and I see you guys later.